I was a mess, really the pit of despair. I don't know any better way to describe my inner life. On the outside, everything seemed all right. I could put on a good show. You know, dutiful wife, good at small talk, knew which fork to use first. But inside, I was full of demons. My childhood was not ideal. My husband hardly knew I was alive. Sometimes I'd drink too much. Okay, often I would drink too much. I was so lonely, deep down in my soul lonely. Anxiety and hopelessness were my constant companions. Companions. That is what these demons felt like. I can't tell you who held tighter, me to the demons or them to me. Still, there I was, masked Mary, the woman from Magdala, the woman who had everything. Then one day, he came to town. A few of us decided to go and see him. He was saying things I had never heard from any rabbi. Well, women don't usually hear much from the rabbis. It was an abomination to teach us according to the religious laws. But still, his words were tearing me apart. I had to get closer. He was drawing me in. I couldn't stop myself. Navigating the crowded plaza was tricky. I felt brave. My friends followed me, weaving through every gap, inching our way forward. I looked up, and oh my, I can't speak for all of us, but I can tell you what happened to me. The Hebrews called him El Roi, God who sees. His eyes, I couldn't get past his eyes. Contained within were all the answers. Those healing eyes. Place in me a clean heart, O Lord, and I shall be clean. Let go of the demons, Mary, he seemed to say. I've got you. Now, hold on to me. It's hard, you know. Comfort came in a bottle, or a new dress, or some other obsession, addiction, guilty pleasure. That doesn't sound too bad, does it? Everyone has a little guilty pleasure. Is it porn or politics or food? Those pieces of entertainment, the popular ones, everyone is watching, can't do any harm. My appearance. Am I aging? Well, let's just fix that. The liaison, the tete-a-tete, just for fun or experiment. Nothing was out of the question. Nothing out of our grasp for the people who ran in our circles. In times of trial, where do you turn? When the going gets tough, is it all on you, or as they say, the tough get going? You know what I learned? People need partners in life. I chose poorly. Demons make a terrible support group. Some so-called friends are bad company. He was more powerful. He was more consuming. Does that sound strange? He reached down into my heart. He cleaned house, so to speak. I am your support group. I am where you turn in times of trial. Lean on me, he seemed to say. And I did. We had resources. While not all of us could join the journey, the ladies and I determined to help with the expenses and lodging and influence to straighten his paths, even if just a bit. Everyone has something to give, a way to help. As for me, I stuck to him like glue. I guess I was a bit fearful. You know, the old ways would stake their claim on me again. So I just stayed close to my Savior. They hated his message. The leaders, that is. I knew something bad was coming his way. And then it happened. My agony was beyond comprehension. He had been arrested. We rushed to find out what was going on. Courage and humility is in short supply in this world. They mocked him and beat him and crucified my Lord. What was I going to do? Without him? I was so afraid. 4 of us tried to get close. Jesus' mother Mary and Aunt Salome, Mary the wife of Clopas, and me. John was there too. It was unbearable. The soldiers tried to chase us away. I guess they thought we might try to take him down from the cross. Greed is useful at times. While the awful soldiers were gambling for his clothing, we stood at the foot of the cross. My new heart was broken. My Lord was dying, and then he breathed his last. And darkness blanketed the world, more like smothered. It was hard to breathe. Sorrow enveloped us all. Praise be to God, Nicodemus and Joseph were able to secure access to his body. Time was short. It was almost Sabbath. But the two men had influence and wealth. They quickly placed Jesus in a nearby tomb. We were watching. The ladies agreed with me. We must be at the tomb immediately at the end of the Sabbath, at sunrise, before any crowds gathered, before too much decay. There must be a proper burial. We were resolved. On the first day, we approached the tomb. Oh no, I think we gasped in unison. It was open. Tomb robbers. It had to be them. The laws strictly forbid this disgusting practice, but it didn't do much to stop the bandits. He was dead and gone forever. I hurried to tell the guys. I don't really know why it took so long, but I finally looked inside the tomb. Maybe I thought he'd still be there, like we'd somehow missed something. Two men were inside. How'd they get there? I didn't even stop to consider. Looking and not seeing, I guess. Why are you weeping? They asked. But before I could tell them, the gardener came up behind me. Nice tombs like these always had groundskeepers. He would know. They always know what's going on. If he was in on the whole thing, I didn't care. I had money. I would pay them off. Whatever it took, we would have the body. He also asked me, "Why are you crying?" It should have been obvious to him. Because they have taken away my Lord. Mary, he said. What was wrong with me? Why hadn't I seen? Rabbi! I fell before him, grasped his feet, held tight. He wasn't leaving again. That was for certain. What was going on in my mind is anyone's guess. Jesus knew. Do not hold on to me, he said gently. Mary, let go. The demons no longer have you. I do. Like a hatchling no longer captive in the shell, I was taking my first tentative steps. Go tell my brothers, Mary, you are my first resurrection witness. You have important work to do, work I have prepared for you to do. Let's go. I've got you. You've got this. Encountering Jesus changed my life for good. Addictions, obsessions, guilty pleasures, demons, is anyone immune to them? Once you've tasted the forbidden fruit, you will always lust for more. This is how the enemy works, and we are so willing. It is our precious, our want, our need, our desire, so we think. And then there is Jesus, our ever-present help, our mighty fortress. Let go. He's got you. Let's go. He's inviting you. You've got this.